going on, Falcons family? It is Thursday. This is Falcons Daily. I am CG Craig Green, your host, and we are back again here on Falcons Daily, presented by Fan Arch. Plenty of things to talk about coming from Flowery Branch, especially yesterday. Some unfortunate things went down. Two of those having to do with the offensive line. First of which was the announcement of Storm Norton, backup swing tackle, is going to be on the shelf for 6 to 8 weeks after having surgery. So no Storm Norton for the Falcons in terms of reserve offensive linemen. The other disappointing and somewhat, I guess, tragic thing that happened yesterday as well. Caleb McGarry going down with a leg injury at camp, had to be carted off the field. Our starting right tackle, Caleb McGarry's been with the team for 7 seasons, has been available for damn near every single game with the exception of maybe 2. And, to see him go down in pain, have to be carted off and then assisted into the trainer's room is pretty disheartening to see and to hear about. So what this means for the Falcons is now all of a sudden you don't have your starting right tackle. You don't have your immediate backup at right tackle. So what do? You also look around now. You've got guys like Jack Nelson, who we just drafted out of Wisconsin. Jack Nelson, can he protect Michael Penix's blind side? He hasn't had the greatest preseason so far, especially against against the Tennessee Titans. If I remember correctly, he got called for a false start and a holding penalty. So not the greatest performance in that game from Mr. Nelson. But, man, your number is about to be called, sir. So you got to get yourself ready. In the immediate interim, the Falcons inserted Elijah Wilkinson into the right tackle spot to protect the blind side of Michael Penix. But now, all of a sudden, Penix's right side of the line is a major concern because now, again, you were already preparing to not have Storm Norton. But now you don't have Caleb McGarry either with an MRI pending. So, fingers crossed that Caleb is not seriously injured. And if he's going to miss any time whatsoever, it's a minimal amount of time. So we're kind of waiting to hear from Flowery Branch as we speak. I mean, we are recording this now just before 9 a.m. So we are waiting to find out what the deal is with Caleb McGarry. We don't know. As soon as we know, we'll let you know, of course. And again, best wishes to Big 76, and I hope he can get back on the field here much sooner than later. But again, Jack Nelson, sir, number 69 is going to be your time here before you know it. You better get ready and stay ready, again, because Tampa Bay Bucks are coming. And I would say you also will probably see a ton of Jack Nelson on Friday night to get himself ready and acclimated to potentially be the Falcons' right tackle moving forward. Looking at an article from NFL.com where they were doing record predictions for every team, and it still feels like a lot of the national media are sleeping on the Dirty Birds and are what we're potentially going to be doing in 2025. But now, instead of the next analyst who is kind of sleeping on the Falcons right now, there's a couple of them. Adam Rank is one of them from NFL.com. The other analyst as well, his co-worker. His name is Ali Bonpuri. Both the guys did a schedule prediction for the Falcons. Adam Rank, not sure what he was thinking, but he had the Falcons going 6-10 this season, and that was before Caleb McGarry got injured. That's with all the upgrades to the pass rush. That's with Penix in year 2 and everything like that. I don't know. I mean, yeah. Outside that, Ali Bonpuri had the Falcons going 8-9 for a second straight season of 8-9, and again, maybe an 8th straight losing season. But what Ali had to say about the Falcons, we'll give you a quote from Mr. Bonpuri. What he had to say is I think the Falcons will be frisky this year, an opinion fueled by high expectations for Atlanta's offense, but as promising as the improved pass rush might look on paper, I won't be convinced the team has fixed its issues in that area until I see it when the games count. Well, guess what, buddy? The game's damn sure is going to start counting here in 17 days because the Falcons will be taking the field against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the defending NFC South champions, week 1 in the Benz, and it's going to count like whoa. And remember, Ali, the Falcons defeated Tampa Bay not once but twice last year, got tripped up in a couple of games during we had the 4-game losing streak, and a lot of that had to do with Kirk Cousins being injured and continuing to play injured instead of sitting his ass down somewhere. Now, let's go game by game real quick what they had, just so, again, I want to be able to call some BS on these guys. All right, so Ali had the Falcons beating the Bucs in week 1, beating the Panthers in Charlotte in week 3, wins against the Dolphins week 8 at home, in Berlin over the Colts, beating the Saints in New Orleans, beating the Seahawks at home, at Arizona, sweeping the Saints, and then losing all the rest of the game. So he's got us, losing to the Vikings on Sunday Night Football. And actually, we want to go over the losses, but just give you the wins. For Adam Rank, again, 6-11, my man. Like what? He has us starting off the season 0-2, beating the Panthers in Charlotte. They both agree on that. They disagree on the Buffalo Bills. He has us beating the Bills on Monday Night Football. They both agree on the Dolphins game. Agree on beating the Colts in Berlin with Daniel Jones. I think that game's going to be tougher now that you have DJ at quarterback. They agree that we're going to beat the Saints in New Orleans, but they disagree on the other results after that. Rank has us beating the Bucs on Thursday night. So we split the series with the Buccaneers. He has us losing at the Cardinals, losing to the Rams, and losing to the Saints to finish the season at 6-11. So again, we were going into the Cardinals game. At that point, we were 6-8 with a chance to have a winning record, losing all 3 back-to-back. I don't see that whatsoever. And for context, I don't see where they have, Adam Rank has the Panthers going 9-8. What? How are the Panthers better than the Falcons right now? Please explain that one to me. They have the Saints being terrible. And then right now they're looking at, and Rank also, I'm not sure if he's sipping Kool-Aid or smoking something, but he's got Tampa Bay going 7-10. They do have a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, so that could play a factor, but, time will tell. Ali Bonpre has them going 9-8. So based on that, Bonpre has the Bucs winning the division at 9-8. Falcons are 8-9 and will finish second to the Buccaneers again. I don't see it. I think the Falcons again right now, even with Caleb McGarry taking that injury yesterday, I still think the Falcons win a minimum of 9 games this season. We'll get to some schedule predictions here down the line as time progresses, but Adam Rank 6-10, 6-11. What? This is not the Falcons of 3 years ago with Marcus Mariota at quarterback. This is a whole new regime here, friend. You're going to have to start watching some Falcons tape. And, don't just look at the logo on the helmet and think that we're going to be bad just because it's been a historical thing. All right, y'all. Training camp is coming around. Actually, training camp is ending. Training camp has finished for 2025. The last practice was held on Wednesday, so now they're just getting into game mode. Next week will be final roster cut downs by Tuesday. Everyone has to be down to 53 players. So again, we talked about how important this game is going to be for the reserve players, and it is. It is very, very important, again, for someone like Lenny Krieg, who went 2 for 4 in practice the other day. Again, it's very, very important for guys like Khalid Kareem who want to make the team. James Pierce, Jalen Walker are not playing against the Cowboys on Friday night. Again, looking at this depth chart here, plenty of players with things on the line. I mean, if your name is Dante Manning, Ronnie Harrison, Khalid Kareem, Simeon Barrow, Dontavius Street, or Kentavious Street, excuse me, C.J. Henderson, Josh Thompson, Josh Woods, Braylon Trice, Nick Nash, Jack Nelson. If your name is one of those, also Joshua Simon. If that is your name, this game is of the utmost importance to you. And also, don't forget about the battle at quarterback here. Easton Stick, Ben DiNucci, they're both going to get looks here. It's going to be up to Easton Stick to hold on to his spot here as the firm number 3 quarterback. Can't let DiNucci outshine him here as he, just walking into Flowery Branch last week. So we'll keep our eyes on that as well. And also what the wide receivers do. Again, you got a big logjam with Dylan Drummond, Nick Nash, Chris Blair, David Sills, and Quincy Skinner. So looking forward to seeing how these guys finish off, and hopefully they finish off strong. And it's going to hopefully make some really, really tough decisions for Terry Fontenot and the staff. But again, I want to see y'all giving me your best in the comments and letting me know exactly how you feel about the Falcons, how they stand right now. Tell me if you're excited, worried, nervous, any of those things. Anxious for the season to start. I know I am. I cannot wait. 2 weeks from tonight is when the season begins with the Cowboys and the Eagles in Philadelphia. And then the Falcons will take the field 3 days later at the Benz against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 1 o'clock kickoff. And again, get your popcorn ready, and we will be ready for that. Also, folks, getting closer and closer to 100 episodes. So we'll try to do something a little special here for episode 100, and that should be sometime in the next week or so. But again, keep your eyes right here on Falcons Daily, and we'll let you know what that's going to be. Follow me on social media, Craig G Sports, CRAIG, the letter G in the word sports, FanArchCo in the top left corner, FANARCHCO. And we will see y'all back here tomorrow for Falcons Friday. One final preview of tomorrow night's game in Big D. Until then, have a great Thursday, or as I like to call it, Friday Junior. Y'all enjoy, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Falcons Daily.